Okay, so I said that I would let you see whatever it is that I did next in the Foxglove. And I found my alcohol ink and also this golden high flow acrylic paint that's a fluorescent colour too. Neither of them are really the colour of the Foxglove, but I think they provide the necessary oomph to, I'm kind of reluctant to just put it straight on there now. They provide the necessary oomph to bring it up to the brightness now of the, you know, that the contrast called by the white daisy. And I think now that there's a kind of a desire to bring up the foxgloves to something like that level of brightness. So I've squirted out some of that ink into this here, and I'm using a thin paintbrush to just place it on rather than squirt it directly from the bottle. So I'm restraining myself a little bit. And I don't want to be holding too tight here now. It's really just to see, is this going to work as a colour? And I'm looking at the foxgloves as I'm putting this colour on, and you know, holding the paintbrush lightly, but still aiming to outline a little bit the character of the foxgloves, you know, to do something of their shape with this fluorescent line. I don't know if you can even really see what I've done there. And it's kind of tricky too, not being able to really stand back from it and assess the situation. But I wanted to put something, as I say, something that had a bit of clout, you know. And so, and this is doing that. This is bringing in a brightness. And I'm just wondering now if maybe it was called for using the alcohol ink as well, which is a different colour. Just see what that might do. And that I am using straight from the bottle for some reason. I seem to think it's okay to do that. Oh. Whoa. Yeah, like I do want there to be, a real kind of emphasis again up here. I want there to be emphasis again up here. I'm taking some risks here now because I'm kind of not selecting where the brightest bits of the foxglove are. I'm just relying on the fluorescent pink being something that will draw attention rather than the drawing of it being very accurate. And I guess that I could use something like a green ink, couldn't I, to find my way to the top there. Let's see what I can find. So this is simply a felt pen. It's being asked to do a lot here. But colour is okay, and I think I've got colours similar here in the high flow acrylic, which will have, yeah, it'll have more body to it than the poor felt tip. So hopefully this will give a bit more. I don't know if it's actually watered down or something, this ink. It's maybe not as bright as I want it to be, but if I even just dot it on, it'll dry brighter. I might find places in here too to put it. And even, you know, towards the bottom of the foxglove will be the little bits of green where the old flowers have fallen off. Yeah, it's very watery, this high flow acrylic. I think I've actually mixed water into it because it's usually more punchy than this is. I think I have a new one too, you know, from my friend Susan, but it's in a bag somewhere on the ground here, and it might be a little while finding it. But you know what, I'm going to look anyway. I think it'll be time well spent. Bear with me now for 1 second. Until I find something that will do the brightness. Something that will explain the brightness I'm after. I think I might need to work on the ground because I've located a few inks. Yeah, I think I'll work on the ground now because I've got some inks for different things. And of course what I can do is maybe make a couple of videos of this. It's good for me too to stand back from it, as in to be able to stand up and look at the whole thing from a bit of a distance, you know, from a standing distance. So what I've picked up there is a whole load of inks. This fluorescent yellow might be the trick for drawing in something at the top there that's got a bit more punch to it. Maybe even for the lady's mantle it could be useful. And I've got this other green. Just for the top of the foxgloves again. And do you remember I used the purple ink to describe the foxgloves earlier? This is it back again now, because I think it is very true to the colour of the foxgloves, but it's just not bright enough. But I wanted to use it again to give a bit more substance again to the foxgloves, body of the foxglove almost. Amazing. I just heard a cat kind of mewing out the back, and then she flies off the swing seat. And finally, I've got this. This is Daler-Rowney's ink, and it's fluorescent pink, as if we haven't gone wild enough with our brightness. But again, it's all kind of in response to the brightness of the contrast that's there, is causing me to return again to the brightness of the foxgloves and let them sing out a bit more, because I love foxgloves and I don't want them to take second fiddle to anyone, you know, even if it is my lovely Daisy. And that's alcohol ink splashing on top. Maybe one last bit there. Alright, I'm kind of going to town now, aren't I? I better let it alone, or it'll just disappear, that foxglove. Behind all the... It might disappear behind all the carry-on. Just have to lift it off there, because I feel like I'm aiming for something going that way. I like the elongated length. And that splash of alcohol ink has landed where the daisy might be located, but I might do facing out that way. So I'm going to leave that. And I don't know if this is a step too far now, but oh god, a big lump of it came out. I kind of thought there was room to put that colour in somewhere. It's like a turquoisey. Thing. What colour is it? It's high flow acrylic again, and it's the by Golden. I don't know what colour it is. Teal, that's what it is, teal. And you know, something in that colour made me feel more foxglove again, so I'm glad I put it in. And put a touch of it into this one too. I suppose with all the pinks, it's it's responding to the pinks and making them bluer. I don't know, it's making it feel a bit more foxglove to me anyway. And then I've got this alcohol ink that's really dark blue. And while it's flat on the ground, sure, I might as well draw a little bit of foliage with that dark blue alcohol ink. See what it does. It's really just playing about that. Oh, hey Katie, I forgot about you coming today. I forgot about you coming. Oh, that's great. Saves me the run. Just finishing off a video here, and I was thinking I'd have to take her for a walk. I forgot you were coming. Great to see you.
Yay!
That's Katie who walks Maisie.
See you later.
See ya. Thanks a million. Okay, let me just splash on some of that too from a distance. I don't have very much control of this bottle, it just squirts it out. But I kind of wanted something dynamic, so I'm okay with that being there. It's alcohol ink, so if I sprinkle water on it, in theory, something interesting might happen, so I'm just going to do it. And maybe as it dries, it'll do something interesting. I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there for now, and get on with my day. As I'm looking at it, I'm kind of sussing out other things that I'm thinking that maybe there's something here now that possibly the background could be made darker again. Sure, I can turn off the video. Not turn it off. I could sorry now. What I was going to say is that I can always edit all of this out. All this carry on, or make it a separate video, because I wanted it to be a clear video, this one, about painting that daisy. So if you're not seeing the daisy, I've chosen to put that in another video, which you can look up on my YouTube channel. Yeah, but what I was going to do there is put some darker background colour on here. I suppose now that the darks have been enhanced elsewhere, I feel like I've got a license to deepen the tone of the background up to meet the jug. You know, there. I think I'd still go with the clear edge. bit lazy now because I used a brush that already had white on it. I didn't wash it very well. But I think it's alright. It's not like I wanted it to be severely black or anything, this colour. Just a bit darker. And then wonder about putting a darker pattern on that side of the jug. Got these exciting stencils from my friend Karen. I think I'll use that one. And I think I'll make it, where did I put that colour? There it is. I think I'm going to put some green in. Green and burnt sienna. Colours are finding their way in there now, but let's just check it out and see how it looks like when I put the dark on. It is quite dark, isn't it? Could be more of a muted, less colourful green, I think. Yeah, I stopped there now because I'm making it into a different painting altogether. See, when I look back at the first stages of these pictures, I often kind of look and think, I wish I had the guts to just leave it like that. Because although in real life, sometimes it feels very unfinished, when I look at it on the screen, I kind of look at it and I think, you know what, I quite like the unfinishedness that's there, you know? And something in me feels like it would be good to just leave it at that. Anyway, I've got a record of the earlier stages with photographs, so I see it as just me being free to still play without needing to produce a masterpiece. Otherwise, like if you're kind of confined to making something really special from the beginning, I think we restrict ourselves. Yes, I'm going to stop, I'm going to stop, because there's strange decisions being made now. Okay, so, thanks for joining me. All the best.